Again, this week's Parsha has the great phrase that's on the Liberty Bell, proclaim liberty throughout the land and to all the inhabitants thereof, which epitomized the American Revolution. It was a revolution for liberty. There were four great revolutions from the 17th century till today. What's called the Glorious Revolution in England, the American Revolution, the French, and then the Russian. And there's a distinct difference between the first two and the last two. The first two really were God-based. And one of the things about Yuval, it says that we are a God-based society, that God controls the world. We work within it to work hard to make our living, but in the final analysis, it's God who decides if we make a fortune or if we don't. We just have to work to do it. And the American and the French and the Glorious Revolution and the American Revolution, as I say, were God-based. They basically limited government, said people have liberty, and government does not have total rights. It's basically, and it's all based on, and obviously from the American Revolution, you can see it throughout in the writings of the Founding Fathers. The French and the Russian were totally different. They said, everything is man's reason. Everything is how we look at the world. So the French Revolution, as we know, ended up with the Reign of Terror and eventually Napoleon. The Russian Revolution, I'll tell you where that went. That went to the communist regime that lasted from 1917 to 1989, basically. 91, really. Sorry about that. But the point was, the last two led to disasters. The first two led to a lot of freedom. And that's the difference. If something you're doing is based on God, it will lead you to a lot of freedom. You have to work within a system, but within that system, there is freedom. If you don't believe in God, then it's up to the leaders as to what type of system you have, and people being people, it ends up as a dictatorship. So that's why, for the Yuval, the Torah writes, proclaim liberty throughout the land and to all the inhabitants thereof, and whether it's liberty and not libertinism. Okay, there's a major difference there. Okay, you don't do whatever you want, but you do have rights. Something to think about. Kaddish Rabbanim.